Yo guys, Electric Technology here, and today I'm going to be doing the very first car video here on the channel. This is the Tesla Model 3. I'm going to be collaborating with my friend Aaron from Bullforce Automotives. He just kicked off this channel. I'm going to be getting into more of the technology behind this car and all the cool features and quirks you could do with it. And he's going to get into more of the how this car handles and just the overall driving experience. Let's get right into it. At its $35,000 price tag, Tesla managed to make one, if not the most affordable, feature-packed electric car in the market right now. After driving this around today, I can see why 500,000 people paid $1,000 for their reservations. This is my first experience with Tesla's latest and greatest Model 3. Design-wise, I love the minimal approach Tesla took here. This car manages to look really modern and futuristic at the same time. I would have to say my favorite thing design-wise is the fact that this car does not have your typical front end, and that's because there's no grills and there's no fans to cool off the engine, because this is a fully electric car. Also, the front end has its own signature look, kind of hard to explain, but from a distance you could always recognize that that's a Model 3 driving. It's pretty cool, and you'll just have to see it for yourself and you'll start to realize what I'm talking about. Driving this car around, you break a lot of necks. I'm telling you, a lot. People are constantly staring at this, and you can just tell Tesla put some time into designing this car. In my opinion, this is the best designed electric car at this price range. Now let's move on to the interior. I'm a huge fan of the white seats in this particular model. It's an additional $1,000 to get this over their stock black interior, and I gotta say, it's worth it. Not a lot of cars have the option for a white interior. In addition to that, it does a surprisingly good job in staying clean. But obviously you do have to maintain this a little bit more than your typical black interior. Another thing that stands out is the panoramic moonroof. It's absolutely beautiful, especially as a passenger, and it makes the car feel a little bit more futuristic. Now let's move up to the front of the car, and besides the steering wheel, this is not your traditional car. You don't see any buttons, there's no gauge cluster, or even traditional vents, at least you can't see them. And it's because everything is built into that huge 15-inch display, which looks amazing. The display allows you to digitally control and monitor everything. In quick controls, you can easily adjust anything from the exterior lights to the side mirrors. In the lighting mode, you can choose how the interior and exterior lights function. Locks option allows you to add or delete the phone or key cards that have access to this car. In display mode, you can adjust anything from the display brightness to what the display shows when you're driving. And speaking of driving, in that option, you do have the option to choose between the different driving modes. Then there's autopilot, which you can adjust how autopilot functions. And lastly, there's navigation, safety, and services. It can take some time getting used to this depending on the person, but after speaking to the owner, he told me it took about a couple of days for him to get used to naturally glancing to the right to view how fast he was driving or any other information. Okay, before I pass this off to Aaron, I just have to mention some small details Tesla took into account to make the overall driving experience and just the overall experience of owning this car wonderful. When you back up, the side mirrors automatically tilt down so you can make sure that you're on the right lane or you're parked correctly. This car does not have a traditional key. Instead, you can either use your phone or the key card to gain access to the car. The scroll wheels on the steering wheel adapt to the function you're using on the display, so you can use it to adjust anything from the steering wheel to the audio levels of the car. And another useful feature I really like is that you can digitally adjust where the air conditioning outputs. It's pretty cool. Depending on when you got your Model 3, as for this specific model and when it was purchased, the owner was able to get supercharging free for life. So he never has to pay for gas, nor does he really have to charge his car at his house. He can just pull up to a supercharger and never have to worry about, paying for anything. So depending on the Model 3 you got and the time that you purchased it and several other factors, you can get supercharging for free, which is pretty awesome. Now I'm going to pass it off to Aaron. He's going to be talking about the performance and the overall driving experience. First impressions, what would you say?
I love it, to be honest. It's so much nicer than like a regular car.
What do you like better? Is it just
I just like how smooth it is. This specific Model 3 is equipped with the Performance Package, which is equivalent to about 450 horsepower. It also has the 20-inch sport wheels and is enhanced with autopilot. With all of the upgrades, this roughly cost around $70,000. In terms of performance, this can easily pull off an incredible 0 to 60 in about 3.3 seconds. Here's our first impression on that. Alright guys, so we're about to push it for the very first time and we're going to feel this torque. Let's see what happens.
Oh my gosh! That's crazy!
Oh my God. Wow.
That's insane.
Guys,
That's...
let me tell you, I wish y'all could feel this. This is insane. The amount of just pure power from electric cars is crazy. Okay, so the car is incredibly fast, and since it doesn't have the traditional combustion engine, it almost feels like a spaceship because all you really hear is the wind noise combined with the electric motor. When you're accelerating that fast, even sitting on top of the 20-inch sport wheels, it's still a pretty comfortable ride experience. I'm also a huge fan of how responsive the steering wheel is. It almost feels like you're one with the car while driving.
So we currently have autopilot on, and the car is literally driving itself.
This is crazy.
He's on his phone.
Casually using autopilot in the Tesla.
That's crazy.
Look at this, watch it turn itself. Overall, this is by far one of the best cars I've ever had the opportunity to test out. I definitely want to take this to the track next time. Let's pass it back to Victor to conclude the video.
Overall, that's gonna do for this video. Big shout out to Charles for allowing us to use his Model 3 for this video. I really do appreciate it. By no means was this video an in-depth video review. If that's something that you're looking into or you want to see on the channel, maybe I could do that. Let me know in the comment section. But this is more of just looking at the cool features and what I really enjoyed about the car for the time that I did have it. If you're in the market for a luxury sedan, or if you're looking into an electric car, definitely consider the Model 3. I really did enjoy driving this car, and I'm definitely considering now going electric as my next car, simply because of how efficient. You don't have to worry about paying gas, because right now I'm rocking the G37, and gas prices, those premium gas prices are the struggle. You know my struggle if you rock a luxury car that requires premium gas. But anyway, that's it for this video. If you have any feedback, leave it in the comment section. Let me know if you own a Model 3. I would love to hear why you picked it up and how you like it so far in the comment section as well. This has been Victor with another Everything Technology video. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, so the very first thing we're gonna be taking a look at is, of course, the beautiful engine. Let's check that out. I just popped the hood. I mean, hold up.
Bro, what are you doing? It's an electric car.
Oh.